I actually can't believe that I'm soon going to be sitting on a plane on my way to Kiev, to Ukraine, to embark on this journey to meet all of these figures, the Baal Shem Tov and all of his spiritual and physical descendants. You know, we've met with Reb Zalman and we've planned this journey. In Kiev, we met up with our faithful driver Yuri, who had been recommended to us by Reb Zalman, as he'd been his driver on a trip a few years earlier. Yuri is a former pilot who now makes most of his living driving people around the Ukraine to all of the graves of the Hasidim. So we are here in Uman and we are about to go into the Tzion, into Rabbi Nachman's grave here where he was buried. He spent his last few years here and he said that people should come and see him, especially on Rosh Hashanah, and come and be with him and pray with him. And so it's a real holy pilgrimage site.
Thousands of Jews from around the world have made the pilgrimage here to see the burial site of the legendary Rabbi Nachman of Breslov for Rosh Hashanah.
Baal Shem Tov used to go for many, many mysterious journeys into the forest, and often at a moment's notice he would gather some of his Hasidim, some of his closest followers, and they would jump on the carriage and they would go on these long journeys, and somehow it would feel like the wheels of the carriage and the hooves of the horses weren't actually touching the ground on these journeys because they were flying through the air, and time would stop and distances would be evaporated and they would reach their destination. This place is the burial site of at least two very important Hasidim. The Maggid of Mezrich and Reb Zusha of Hanipol. So here in this ohel, in this room that's been created, we have two very important Hasidim here. It is early morning, on a beautiful morning here just outside the town of Berdichev, and we're in the Jewish cemetery just in front of the ohel here of Rabbi Levi Yitzhak of Berdichev, the Kedushat Levi. And we're standing here with Heschel, and Heschel very lovingly looks after this place. Boker Tov. Good morning.
Boker Tov, good morning.
Reb Mordechai of Chernobyl was a very regal personage who maintained a court like a king. For him, how you did something was more important than what you did. At his burial place in Ganatovka, we were fortunate to meet a local Ukrainian woman who looked after his grave, who was able to tell us a little bit of what was still remembered of Reb Mordechai. Can we ask if she'd heard any stories about Mordechai of Chernobyl?
А може, знаєте якісь історії про Мordechai? Якісь він був
So we are entering the forest. This forest is less than an hour away from Mezhibozh. Mezhibozh, the place where we're going to encounter the Baal Shem Tov. So we're now in the village of Mezhibozh, just very close to the cemetery. And this is the actual synagogue of the Baal Shem Tov. This is amazing. This is maybe in this very, very spot, the Baal Shem Tov and his other students would actually be leading the prayer services.
My grandfather, my father's father, was the last Mezhibozh Rebbe living in Mezhibozh.
And I just have so many images in my imagination, in my heart, of just him in the forest dancing, just and just what he represents for me and for so many Jewish people of all denominations and persuasions.
Every religion is a vital organ of the planet. And every religion nowadays needs re-enchantment.